Hi everyone, rather than just give you this Desmos sketch, I thought it might be nice to show you how I make it from scratch so that you could do the same thing yourself. So I want to look at the function 1 over x, but it's nice to get in the habit of actually naming your functions because then you can do things with them. I also want a point that I can drag around. The way that you make a point in Desmos is you could say like AB, for example, and now I've got a point that I can drag around, but I can drag it around wherever I want. I actually want it to be constrained to be on the curve. So rather than having the y-coordinate be b, I'm going to have it be f of a. You could, of course, make this 1 over a, which would be the same thing. And here you see, whoops. And here you see I've got the point, and I can drag it around. But the thing about actually putting the equation in here is it's less flexible. If I was going to change this to sine x, now all of a sudden the point isn't constrained to move on my curve anymore. It's still moving along 1 over x. So the purpose in naming your functions is so that way everything in your entire Desmos sketch can update in the proper way. So now it actually is constrained to move along in the correct way. All right, but let's make this 1 over x again. So I want to construct a tangent line to this point. So one of the things you could do, I mean, you know how to take derivatives now, so if you think about this is x to the negative 1, then you could construct a new function g, which was negative x to the power of negative 2, and that would display the derivative function. And I actually don't want to display it. Instead, I want to use this as the slope in a line. So I could say, let's see, let's use the point slope form of the line. So y minus f of a, because remember, this is the y-coordinate at x equals a, equals the slope evaluated at a times x minus a. So now I've got this nice line, and I can kind of move my a value around, and the line recalculates. If you want a shortcut, you actually don't need to put g of x and calculate the derivative yourself. Desmos will let you write f prime of x like this, and it will just find the derivative. I think it calculates it numerically, so it's not perfect, but it's usually pretty good. And actually now having g of x is kind of redundant, so I can really just write f prime here, and that'll do the same thing. Okay, so I feel like I want to constrain this line so that I don't see it anywhere other than quadrant 1. So I'm going to add some conditions. So you can add conditions on your graph using curly braces. So I can say x has to be larger than 0. I think I can put a comma here. Y larger than 0, is that true? Nope. Do I put it like this? Y is greater than 0? There we go. So two separate conditions. X is larger than 0 and also y is larger than 0. So now, as I drag it around, it's constrained to be in quadrant 1. Okay, that's essentially it for the moment. I'm just going to sort of clean things up a little bit, change some colors. So let's make this one red, and then let's make the main function black. Yeah, that looks good. Green? No, I think I like black better. Okay, that's looking pretty good.